Alright, shalom. There's this train to go by. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, B'Kakodash.
I want to give double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone, who taught me this truth, or taught us this truth, I should say. And a sincere shalom to the elect out there, teach His truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. Alright, we're going to get into a couple different things, but the main thing is going to be prophecy, okay? Because you got other Israelite groups that don't understand that we're in the time of prophecy. You know, this devil, he's about to come down, showing great wrath because he had but a short time. He's about to start speeding things up. You know, he's building all these AI data centers overseas. He's building them here. You know, but you have Israelite camps that say that we could be here another 20, 30 years. You have Israelites out there saying that the Lord might not come back for another 1,000 years. Okay? That's not the spirit that you should be coming in, man. You know, we're really in the we have no continuing city part, man, right now. Alright, so if you want to start with 2nd Ezra 9.
Yeah, and the script says we are supposed to hasten the day, hasten in the day, meaning to, hurry, rush it. We don't want to prolong our captivity. We don't want our captivity to be prolonged and be here enough more decades and be here a lifetime.
I got something real quick before you get that.
Yeah.
It's the book of Second Peter, chapter 3, verse 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as in one day. The Lord is not slack concerning His promise, as some men count slackness, but is long-suffering towards us, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
When you look at what the scripture say in Zechariah, that the Lord is going to search out Jerusalem with candlesticks and punish those men that are settled on their leaves. Okay, and the Lord is not slack concerning His promise, man. And He promised that He would bring down Babylon, like it says in Revelation the 18th chapter. All right, and He promised that we would have this kingdom, man. But in order for the kingdom to come, this place has to be brought down.
And the Lord said He's going to do it quick too. This verse 10 is say, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. So this thing gonna come upon us quickly. The Lord judgment gonna come quickly. So men think they're going to see it coming like, oh, I got a couple of days. No, it's going to happen. He said, like, as lightning, see lightning in heaven, and it's over there, it's over there. That's how
it doesn't take very long for a major disruption, man. You think about this whole kingdom is run on electricity and shit. All the Lord's got to do is just mess with the grid a little bit, and everything goes haywire.
And speaking of, this brother just mentioned the grid, it's been coming out that China has a kill switch or kill switch for the solar panels that could disrupt the electrical grid. And China makes everything. So if you want to think about it, China been setting up shop for years.
Yeah, but you gotta think, because like the news of that coming out, to me, I be thinking like the white man said, oh yeah, China can do this, China. The white man, the devil, he the one, he gonna cut off the power.
Yeah.
They set up and said, oh, China this, and then they said, oh, the solar storm is what took out, they said the solar storm, they know solar, they did it.
Was that Spain and Portugal?
Yeah, right, when they had the blackout.
So they said, oh, solar storms did that, and that wasn't even facing the earth. This next solar storm will be facing, they set the stage to give them excuses, but it's Esau. That's what he wanted to do. You say you want to maintain the population under 500,000. You want to kill everybody.
Million, yeah.
If you want to kill everybody, turn off the power.
And then you got what was it? This guy that they just put in charge of the WEF to replace Schwab. The brothers in Dallas were going over that last night in their live stream about how he said that what was it? He thinks that water isn't a fundamental human right. You know, and you can only go a couple days without water. You know.
That ain't proof that this devil ruling the world. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah, those damn Japhites. You guys are cooked, man. You other Israelite group. The Lord has been showing everybody in 2025 that you other Israelite groups are just fucking cooked. You're cooked. Go ahead, bro. I'll bring that out.
The book of 2 Ezra 4, verse 37. A measure have you measured the times, or a number have you numbered the times, and you do not move nor stir them, till the said measure be fulfilled. Right? Like the Lord only set the times before the foundation of the world. No, and we're going according to the Lord's schedule. Right? So all these prophecies got to be fulfilled in due time, but we can't just force prophecies to come past at our pace. No, we have to wait for the Lord to do it. Right? It really can happen really any day. Yes. Like the brother was saying, all you need to do is call the power, man. No, and people got freak out and lose their minds, man. No?
Hey, man, I remember when 9/11 happened. That totally caught everybody the fuck off guard. It was just another day at work. You know, it was just another day, slaving away, and it completely changed the world.
Now I got a precept right quick since you're talking about time. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 14. Wherefore he said, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahushua shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Right, as wise. You got all these people out here protesting down the street with the protesting Trump and all that. Yeah, and then protesting women's rights and shit. Those people are not looking circumspectly, man. They're just NPCs in the story. You know? Go ahead.
See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
Meaning what? Take advantage of the short time that we have and grow in the knowledge, grow in the spirit. You know, become more disciplined, a more disciplined soldier of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's really what we should be doing in this during this last time, man.
This grace period.
Yes, this grace period. They're talking about next month they could take some of this money that they're getting from the tariffs and start building this strategic crypto reserve. You know, so they're going to switch the financial system over. And Eric Trump came out and said that in a few years, banks that don't deal with digital currencies are going to pretty much go away. You know, so they're moving everything on over, man, with these AI data centers.
And also with biometrics as well. You have to scan your hand, you have to scan your face, you got to scan your ID. They even to make an account on YouTube. One of the options is you use facial recognition or a fingerprint to make an ID on YouTube.
In November of this year, I heard that New York State's gonna start rolling out their digital ID plan. You know, make it harder to get on the internet unless you got a digital ID. No more of the days when you could have fucking 15 YouTube accounts, man. So that could bring about the famine of the world because we're on like our 10th YouTube account. You know.
And there's been a lot of conversations about the real ID, you know, that's being mandated.
If I could add before you mention that, the real ID was first proposed in the bill after 9/11 in the Patriot Act.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's how long they've been thinking about it.
So, there's been a lot of. Yeah, it's been a lot of conversation about the real ID, you know, and so a lot of basically saying the real ID is you pretty much signing over certain rights and in certain things in your life. What's going on, man?
I try to split up.
Preaching the word, man, you know. Peace, man.
I think I remember.
Yeah, he's from the T9.
Oh, yeah. He all right. Go ahead, bro.
This is the last script. Wherefore, be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
Yeah, and they've been setting up this. They've been setting this thing up since the beginning. That been they always been kind of implementing New World Order. Like you said that one bill was right after the 9/11. You had this dude at work. He always be like, yeah. Because he don't like Trump, but he always say like, oh yeah. One thing they can't do away with Obamacare. Like they can't do away. I'm like, cause Obamacare got the MOTB.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Okay,
Yeah.
I still remember. They say page 1004. It say the implanted mercury.
Yep.
They had
So he not going because that's going to the agenda.
Yep. And you can even go back. It's a magazine with the that was talking about the MOTB in the 1990s. Fucking 30 years ago, so they was talking about the micro C-hip implant.
well, hey, they during the time of NAFTA. I remember when Clinton did NAFTA in the 90s. The purpose of that was to globalize the supply chain so that these advanced electronics, things like computers and that, and obviously the C-hip can start being pushed around the world, man. Not just in first world countries.
That's right, yeah. Also with Trump, you're also pushing the biometric entry and exit system for the borders as well. Or to get into the United States, you had the biometric ID to get in there. Or you were mentioning down the campaign trail, right? No, there is no proof, no more proof. If there ain't any more proof that this dude want to set up the MOTP system during this administration, I don't know what to tell you, man.
You had Elon Musk. He was sitting with some Saudis. I think I posted it in the WhatsApp chat, and he was talking about how everybody's going to have their own robots. And he was talking about universal basic income, and how it's right around the corner, man. That's the system that they're going to use with these MOTBs, man. You get your payment put right on the C-hip.
All this money getting invested into the AI infrastructure.
And if you protest, they just shut it right off.
Hey, they made a cartoon about universal basic income. About how, you seen it?
I think the one brother posted it a couple years ago. Go ahead, and then I'm going to bring this out.
The book of Matthew 24, verse 42. Watch therefore, for you know not what hour your Lord will come. But know this is that if the good man of the house had known who would watch the thief will come, he will watch and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready, for such an hour as you think not the Son of Man cometh. And when Wayne put in, you gotta watch, man. Gotta keep your eyes open. Eyes open.
Oh, wait,
Things can happen literally any day. We gotta be ready, man. Just spirit, man. No?
Just like the scripture says, watch as well as pray. And it's numerous scriptures telling us to keep watch, be circumspect, be vigilant. Be on high alert. Be aware, know what's going on.
This is Mark 13 and 33. Take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is. Wait for this to go by. Mark 13 and 33. Take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is. For the Son of Man is as a man taking a far journey, who left his house and gave authority to his servants. Right? So he gave us the authority to watch, to be the watchman unto what? The house of Israel. Okay? And gave to his servants, and gave authority to his servants and to every man his work, and commanded the porter to watch. Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at even, or at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning. You know, it's almost like we we don't know exactly when the Lord is coming, but we know that the things are being sent on the earth to show what? The signs of his coming.
And we know for a fact we're not going to come in our 20 or 30 years.
Yeah, like we're going to be playing fucking GTA 8 and GTA 9. And having PlayStation 10.
We got that cane to get around. We don't care.
I'll be yacht, man. I can't even imagine living another 30 years in this.
Yeah, man.
I'm in the fucking 70s.
You know, wicked niggas will be 30 years.
Oh my god.
Well, they probably got come out with a goddamn cyber arm to shoot niggas up.
Shit, me and him just walked past a 6 foot plus man with heels on and his fucking feet and shit painted and.
Man, we got everybody on the internet talking about black fatigue and white fatigue. We got Babylon fatigue, man. Fucking tired of this shit, man.
Yeah, man, we surrounded by madness.
You know, every day you got an article coming about it. Now the healthier foods, man. Even the healthy foods now got all kinds of pesticides in them. It's not being inspected properly. I've seen this one dude. He took a bowl of fruit and what was it? Some baking soda and some vinegar in it. It was a whole bunch of fucking bugs in the shit, man. You know? I thought that shit was supposed to be washed, and it said on the thing that already washed. You got something? All right.
The book of Isaiah 51, verse 14. The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed, and they should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. No, so we're hastening to get the fuck out of here, man. We're just speaking, how about you, my shower? We're hastening to get the fuck out of this, because this place is wicked, man. No, it corrupts the soul, literally. No, it drains you, man. No, the folly, the place of television, the madness going around among the people, of the unbelief. And no one believes in your how about Shema Shai besides the elect. Yeah, literally. Yeah. No, everyone else, they call them in their own ways, love money, fame, power, shit at this point, man. You know, themselves. You know, only the elect of your how about Shema Shai got the real truth, man. You know?
And the brother mentioned money, power, and fame. And one of the main people, and the person that came out and said we may be here another 20, 30 years was Nate.
Oh, yeah.
And what does Nate have? He has money, power, and fame. Mm-hmm. You know? IUIC is one of the most popular groups, one of the most popular Israelite groups in the world.
They do these marches where they got 500 plus members and they're all wearing them shirts, man, for $30 a pop.
Yeah.
You know? He's making a killing on that shit.
You know it's real when you could Google somebody and get their net worth, and you could Google Nate and he's a millionaire. Like you could go on Google, type his name in, and he's a millionaire. So of course, a millionaire wouldn't mind being here another few decades because he has money, power, and fame, and he's comfortable, and he's not hastening the day.
And put that spell upon the congregation to be vaccinated, right? So not to care about the events going on in this world, right? Because they believe that nothing's gonna happen. Literally, nothing's gonna happen. They can live their own lives and die peaceful death in Babylon. That's power.
This is
And it says, "Woe unto them that are wretched, for they have received their consolation." And he received his consolation.
Well, hey, the money is one of the things that blinds him from pushing the proper name out there, and for pushing what the MOTB is, because he knows what it is. Babylon fatigue, right? This is Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. So when you see all these videos of these fucking robots, man, in this super crazy advanced AI that could do trillions of calculations in a second, Well, actually, way more than that. You know, that's just the tip of the iceberg. When you see those things, man, you see the state of the world, man. The fact that the bees are going extinct, the fucking the water's all corrupted. You know, we really don't have much time here, man. We need to be saved, or there ain't gonna be nobody left.
I mean, come on now. You got 30-year-old professional athletes dropping dead from heart attacks. I've been seeing articles about that.
It's lucky. They just came out with it like a couple of days ago about that mass clean, or 2020 mass clean. That it could literally cause heartbreak. They say you're saying it on public news. That was an open fact. So then it shows that Esau, he's pressed for time, man. So he had to pick up speed with it. Shit, a couple of years ago, you weren't even hear about AI. You know, AI technology, fucking chat GPT and all that shit.
It was just scripts. It was easy.
Now, fucking everywhere, man. Now, shit, majority of the companies have AI integrated into their system, man. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google. Now it's just fucking everywhere, man.
Biometrics. Like at my job, I have to scan my face just to clock in.
Yeah.
That's biometrics. Some jobs you got to use your fingerprint. Some jobs you got to scan your face. You know, it's ain't no more than you just punch the clock with the sheet of paper and then you put it in the slip. No, now you got to fucking give up privacy, give up your biometrics just to clock into work.
Now, what was it? The gym I go to, they're saying starting next month, they're going to have it where you got to log in through your phone. They're going to track wherever your phone is in the fucking building. Like, damn, man. You can't even get on a damn treadmill?
Slowly taking away your privacy.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I'll read this again. Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Right, for the sake of the elect, man. For those of you that have the American fatigue. People are out their minds, man.
Play 6. But got a precept real quick. Book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 13. Oh, sorry, verse 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devils come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knows that you have but a short time. And so you gotta come down with great wrath, man. And real soon. Now that can literally happen any day, man. They already got the Insurrection Act. I believe they have the Insurrection Act in play right now. Well, they could drop it at any moment. You know, and also they buffing up the police with military support as well.
I've seen that. They're going to take the hand-me-downs from the military and start giving them to the police.
No, so literally they're prepping for that time. Man.
Yeah.
No, they're getting their forces ready. So they can literally happen any day, man.
Any day.
And with all these this surveillance society, it'll be easier to check, easier than ever to track the dissidents.
Yeah, what you say, the
dissidents.
The dissidents. You know, the
disorderly.
The ones that don't want to comply with this system. You know, because we're against this system. You know, we're against this pit. You know, because this system is wicked. We live in a wicked, sinful kingdom and society, and we're pushing against it. You know, of course, you know, not physically, but spiritually, and we're using our voices. You know, and soon it'll be famine in the word, because they want to take away freedom of speech, and they want to take away the people's voices. Mm-hmm. And he said, the brother mentioned coming down with great wrath, because he knows he had for a short time. We in 2025, and they always talk about Agenda 2030. 2030 not far away, and I'm not saying we gonna make it to 2030. Lord willing, we don't. But shit, either way, 2030 not far away, and that agenda can be finished well before 2030.
No, but the scripture says the Lord will cut him off while he's eating, while he's in the midst of his eating. I believe that's Joel 20:23. And also, while he's about to set up his system, while he's about to put the finishing touches on, the Lord got to cut him off, man. No, because the Lord ain't gonna allow him to fully enjoy himself with this NWO.
Send his ass that glittering sword, man.
Yeah.
You know, send his ass that glittering sword, man.
Gotta be bathed in heaven.
That's why the Lord created these nuclear missiles, man. To be used. Actually, let me get that. This is Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals and the fire, and that smith is what? Those nuclear scientists, right? Back during World War II, when the atomic bomb was all the rage, you know, because it wasn't just the U.S. that was building it. There was Japan and Germany were also trying to build it, and so was Russia, you know. And then eventually, that turned into the nuclear race between Russia, which was known as the Soviet Union at the time, and America. They made a nuclear arms race. Okay? Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And that instrument is those intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay? And those missiles have a purpose. They have, just like you hear the saying, a bullet don't have a name on it. Well, a bullet does have a name on it, really. Just like those missiles have plenty of names on it, man. You know, we've seen plenty of names on that list right here go by, you know. And the work that scripture is talking about is what? To bring destruction to this place, man. You know? Bring destruction to this place. Like it says in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, man. You know? That the Lord has sent what? His archers to send to shoot their arrows across the earth. Okay, that's symbolic for those missiles being shot from one end of the earth to the other.
Just like the
And they're not gonna miss their targets. And whatever they touch is going to be turned into powder. But the Bible's a bunch of fairy tales. You know, it was men that were just tripping and made shit up, right?
Right.
Anyways, Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. You notice, even a lot of this top technology that's made for shooting down missiles, it really can only shoot down old missiles. And they're really not good at shooting down ICBMs. Because you don't know the trajectory until they actually stop in space and come down like a dart. By then it's too late. Okay? And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, said he. Okay? Fine, I meant to get that out.
2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when you see part of the sign pass, which I told you before, then you shall understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will visit the world which he made.
See, and that said, measure thou the time diligently within itself. You know, but because the Most High is visiting the earth. You know, because we truly living in the times of prophecy being fulfilled, and we can see. We got eyes to see and ears to hear. And the things we seeing and hearing tells us we don't have another 20, 30 years in this wicked, sinful kingdom and society.
Just putting off the day.
Get Matthew 24, bro. It say, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things which were before thee, even from the beginning. For like is all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times also have the highest plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. Got that, Matthew 24?
Oh, where you want to start? 30? What about Matthew chapter 24? Let's start verse. Let's start verse 20. Matthew chapter 24, verse 29.
Nah.
30?
Like,
3.
yeah,
Three?
yeah.
Oh, 3. Oh, sorry. It's not.
That's a good one too, though.
Matthew 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be done? When shall these things be?
The things he's asking was the thing that Ezra was just speaking about. And now they're about to go into the signs. Go ahead.
And what shall be the sign that cometh at the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said to them,
And that's how they're going to measure the time diligently. By knowing, by weighing what's going on in the earth. Go ahead.
Yahushua answered and said to them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars.
You're going to hear wars and rumors of wars. Go ahead.
See that ye be not troubled. All these things will come to pass.
All right. So I remember when Trump, the first time Trump was in office near the end, when he assassinated the Iran general, a lot of people thought, oh, World War III about to start. World War III about to start. But see, we was in comfort. We knew it wasn't about to start. We wanted it to start. We knew there was a lot of things that had to happen. The science didn't weigh right. In 2020, when that thing happened, everybody was like, oh, this is the end, this is the end. But it was things that was missing. Go ahead.
The end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places.
And we got that going on right now, though. It wasn't going on. All that wasn't going on there. We got that going on right now. You got Pakistan and India going at it. Still Israel and
whoever
Israel
Palestinian
fighting
and
the 3 world wars. You got Russia. That shit just don't stop just because it ain't on the news. In Ukraine, that's still going on. So you got uproars in the nation, wars and rumors of wars.
Then you have a lot of those European nations still assisting Ukraine, man.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All these are the beginning of sorrow.
Yeah.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you.
Hey, we coming into that time where we about to get afflicted, where our family about to accuse you. You gonna that's it tell you in the scriptures. Your own family, people in your family going, oh yeah.
Yeah, he an Israelite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Then they shall afflict you up.
And he shall be hid. He shall be hid of all men for my name's sake. Or he shall be of all nations for my name's sake. Then shall they be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise to deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved.
Yeah, because you're going to have to endure through the famine, the martial law. Then that's what we say. Because these Christians, you go to these Christian churches, and they be like, is you saved? That's the pastor asks you, yeah, is you saved?
They can't be saved by that. That's a
Right.
No, but
No, if you confess to Jesus Christ, you confess your
And our response would be he that endures into the end, the same shall be saved.
Luke 25.
and they don't even talk about the worst time in human history, which is about to be.
Matthew 10 and 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents, as and harmless as doves. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. And this is the point that the brother was getting at. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. So all the families are going to be breaking apart, man. Delivering up each other to these devils, man. You know, that's why
4 o'clock?
have a good camp, brother. But yeah, man. Actually, let me read this again. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death.
You see, get where it say that people or their household should be.
Oh, man's foe shall be that.
Get that right there. And hold that. Yeah, hold that.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time.
Yeah, so like we always say, that Jacob's trouble gonna be worse than any time that it ever was on the earth. Mm-hmm. That's how you gotta think about it. Slavery was horrible. It's gonna be worse than that. Whatever happened, man, it's gonna be worse than that.
Yeah, right, yeah.
The Black Plague or whatever that was.
We go back thousands of years.
How Antiochus was doing it, it's gonna be worse than that. It's gonna be worse, especially if they know that you, because the veil gonna get taken off. They're gonna if you're a servant of the Lord, they're gonna be on you. That's how they was in the time when they got the Lord. That's why Peter had to deny the Lord. They were gonna kill him.
They didn't have planes that could fly over your house and get your heat signature, man. Mm-hmm. Back in those times.
Yeah, but that's why they was going. That's why Peter denied the Lord, because they was going to kill him.
Yeah. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved.
Hey, what we almost in June? It's almost June. The year just started. Like, time is flying.
Ain't no microchips.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I was thinking that.
Well, hey, man, I put it in our group chat a few days ago. Next month, every major AI platform has a significant release coming out around 6/6 day.
Yeah.
So,
hey,
I mean...
Hey, it was sweet that ever since he put that out, ain't no microchip, like every year in June,
yeah, we got something to talk about.
So it's like, you can't forget it.
Yeah, brothers are making music videos about it and shit.
And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Then, if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here...
Hey, that's another faith booster. They say, read that last part, because those days shall be shortened.
And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake... those days shall be shortened.
And now you see that, time seems like it's going fast. No, time is going faster. The days is being shortened. He did it right before your eyes. That's a faith booster. That's another reason to have faith.
Even with all this advanced technology, there's so much news going on, it's hard to fucking filter it all, man. It's like, what the fuck?
It's a lot going on. It's a lot.
like my girl had came, I forgot what she told me. She was like, yo, you see this? And I hadn't even, and I'm like, damn, shit usually don't, shit pass. Like, I be on it.
Then, if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not.
And that's what's going to happen. They going to, they talk about project grouping. They said they can, like that movie, The Planet of the Apes, they can put shit in the sky. They got like shit set up to where they can put.
How is it? Holograms, right?
Yeah, hologram. Like, oh, Jesus Christ is coming. Oh, he'll be here in 3 days. No, the Lord said he's gonna come like a thief in the night, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you notice, one of the things that this administration's starting to do, they're starting to push that Jesus juice out there, man.
Mm-hmm. And the aliens, like it's it's going to be an alien invasion and shit like that.
Yep. We're going to declassify.
Yeah.
But
they still ain't declassified. Where's the Epstein list, man?
Yeah.
You've been waiting on that shit.
But
you said you were going to do it the first
how
day.
many years has it been now?
Yeah, but they put P. on the joint all the time. If the man dead, why not put the goddamn list out?
Right.
Because you got all these motherfuckers.
Politicians and billionaires and world
The
leaders on that
credibility
shit.
of the whole system gonna fall because they always do it.
For there shall arise false Christ and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, and so much that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna try to say. Oh, look, he's right there. Go ahead.
Go not forth. Behold, he is in a secret chamber. Believe it not.
Yeah, so we ain't gotta go travel to what the Bubble Eyes said we had to go to Israel. Or some people say, oh, we gotta escape America, I'm gonna leave the
You gotta go
country.
to fucking Kenya.
Hey,
We
the
ain't
Lord
gotta
said,
we ain't gotta go to Africa, the
in
Middle
Deuteronomy,
East.
I think it's 30 and 7. The Lord said, wherever you at, that's where he's gonna get you from. That's where he's gonna gather you from. Go ahead.
Says it in that chapter.
Oh, you do? Oh, go ahead.
No, you know, Matthew 24 and 30.
Oh, no, this Luke, I think.
Oh, my bad.
It might say it in here, too, though.
For as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
You say what?
For as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Like lightning, like I said earlier. It's going to be quick. Deliverance is going to be quick. Go ahead, get that.
This is Matthew.
And jumping in verse 29, it says, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. So immediately after the tribulations and days of evil come, the destruction will come, and the Lord will return.
This is Deuteronomy 30 and 3. That then the Lord thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations. All the nations, man.
Yeah.
And from thence will he, Slakia, whether the Lord thy power has scattered thee. If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of the heaven, from thence will the Lord thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee.
Yeah, from there he going to gather you. From there he going to fetch thee. You ain't got to meet the Lord halfway. Isaiah 57 or 59.
One more verse. And the Lord thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it. And he will do thee good, and multiply thee above thy fathers. Got that?
This is Isaiah chapter 59, verse 1. Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened, that it cannot save, Neither his ear heavy that it cannot hear.
Yeah, his head's not shortened that he can't sing. The Lord got the longest arm ever. He got the whole world in his hand. Yeah, so the Lord can deliver you from anywhere. You don't gotta meet the Lord halfway this earth.
Yeah, you could be on an island, you could be on whatever continent, wherever. You could be in the prison. You could be beneath under earth, underground. The Lord could get you.
Well, hey, man, we need new bodies, man. I just gotta bring that out there. I don't want to be here. You know, like going through this shit, breathing in this polluted air. You know, drinking this nonsense water. Even the bottled water is bullshit. You know, all the things wrong with our food. The animals don't eat their natural diet. You know?
Hey, actually, I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and because he went to the doctor, because everybody fucked up and shit right now, and he mentioned that the doctor told him that the air quality was bad in our city, and that a lot of people was having like sinus infections, and things in that nature.
They sell air to can in Walgreens.
I mean,
yeah. I got a HEPA air filter, and whenever I leave the window open, the shit can turn it orange and red. It's because the quality of the air outside is actually worse than the quality of the air inside.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like that in the kingdom, man. You know? That's one thing we could say, you heathens, you may not be eating the best, especially you Edomites, but at least you'll be breathing in good air. Good air to keep your lungs going for your slavery, man. For your work.
And in the kingdom, they might not be eating the best, but they're gonna be eating better than what they is now, because the food not gonna be defiled.
Right, it's gonna be real.
In the kingdom. The air gonna be good, the water gonna be good, and the food is gonna be natural. They might not be eating like kings, but they gonna be eating better than what they eating now. Cause this food is garbage.
This is Isaiah 24:4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. The earth is defiled, man. Everything is just like it says, everything is turned upside down. Okay, everything is ass backwards in this society, man. They got the cows in these little prison cells, stacked up, eating grains. Yeah, eating grains and corn. When a cow doesn't eat grains, it's supposed to be out grazing in the grass, in the field. It's almost happened a few times.
I've seen it happen. Down there. Yeah.
I'm just praying that one day when we're at camp, somebody runs in front of the fucking train, like one of these protesters out here, man. What are these protesters, or what are these cars? These people that aren't paying attention. And Lord willing, it's because they were paying attention to us instead, man. But the Lord marked their ass for judgment. Right. Get hit by a fucking train on a camera. On camera. And no, we ain't submitting the evidence to the police, man. You only take my phone or whatever brother's phone we're using. Because that's what they do. They'll take your fucking phone and you'll never get it back. But yeah, man, the earth is defiled. The cows are sitting in these prison cells, eating an unnatural diet, stuck with all kinds of hormones and bullshit. Living in their own shit and piss.
even something as simple as these trees around here. It was trees upon a time as big as buildings, you know, in the past, in the ancient world. You know, you could look up pictures of cut down trees, and the trees was massive.
Yeah, and everything is processed, heavily processed, man. Processed foods, basically, the more processing it goes through, when you take a food, it makes it easier to digest, right? To the point where it's so simple that you get a blood sugar spike and all the fucking nutrition's taken out of it. You're just getting all these empty calories, man. You know, and then they wonder why everybody got fucking diabetes. You know, diabetes is like tripling every fucking 30 years in this shit, man. You look at these pictures of, or videos of people back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and there ain't a single fat person out there, man. You know? Even if you try to eat well, even the food that you do eat is of poorer quality. The fruits are bred, cultivated now to have way more sugar than they used to have. You know, all that nonsense, man. But really, it's because of Esau Edom, man. You know, he's in charge. When we're in the kingdom, we're gonna know. We're gonna truly understand. Even you 2/3 that get destroyed, all right, you're gonna truly understand just how fucked up this devil really is. Because even though we understand this devil, you know, there's a lot of things that he does that we don't know about, you know, or we don't understand the methods fully, methods of his mayhem. You know, brother, got anything? This is Ephesians 6 and 11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Okay? This knowledge, this truth, right? Faith. You know? That's another thing that Great Millstone, not just Great Millstone, but our affiliates, those that are coming in the right spirit, push out there, that these other camps don't, is faith. Okay? Because you really got to believe that the things written in this book are true. You know? Both the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay? Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And then those wiles, talking about the trickery and the deceptions of this devil, man. You know, he always has a, what's it called? Where he puts a news story out there to try and sucker people in and get them all chit-chatty on the social media. What's it called? An ulterior motive? You know? Just like the scriptures say, you know, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Mm-hmm. You know? Everything is always done to get you to succumb to his new world order. You know, to bait you in. The old bait and switch, like they have, like you know, Trump with all these deportations and that. You know, yeah, it may seem like a good thing on the surface to get the so-called immigrants out, right? The criminals amongst the immigrants, but at the same time, he's gonna eventually use that to get the undesirable Americans out.
Yeah,
man.
but they say we got an immigrant problem. We just brought in some fucking Edomite immigrants from South Africa. But they doing that. The reason they doing that, get Exodus, the first chapter, like Exodus, when they say they multiply, because they call us in this country, they call us the minority. That's a goddamn lie. It's way more Israelites in America than it is anything. It's way more Israelites over the whole world than it is everybody else. It say the Lord said we was gonna be as the sand of the sea. All right, and we free now. Get got it. Where's it?
Because you also have jakes that look like the other
right
nations.
there.
You know?
Get that. start at 7. Because, yeah, we got Jake's amongst the nations, but naturally, we like to have, Jake like to have sex, especially when they're younger. Jake like to have sex, bro. Esau don't be thinking about that. Esau be on some faggot, hunting shit, and fucking playing with dogs and animals and shit, and doing all types of shit. Esau, Jake be having babies, bro.
Yeah.
And this right here proves it. First of all, the word proves it because the Lord said we're going to be in the sea. We've been in this country for how long? 500 years? Who's that?
This is Exodus chapter 1, verse 7.
That's a lie. They calling us the minority is a lie.
Right.
That means we the unimportant people. And they say they're the majority. And it's more of us than them.
Yeah. Because it was already Israelites here before Christopher Columbus came here.
Even if it wasn't. Go ahead, get that. Because it wasn't Israelites in Egypt. Go ahead.
This is Exodus chapter 1, verse 7.
Right. No, start at 6. No. Start at 5.
Verse 5. And the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls.
With 70 souls. Go ahead.
For Joseph was in Egypt already.
Alright, so go ahead.
And Joseph died and all his brethren
Yeah.
in all that generation.
Yeah.
And the children of Israel
75 people was in Egypt, Israelites. Go ahead.
and the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly
When they fruitful, they was having sex and fucking. Go ahead.
and multiplied and waxed exceeding mighty.
And, yeah, go ahead.
And the land was filled with them.
And the land was filled with them. In 75 years, the land was filled with them. Go ahead, keep going.
And he said unto his people, Behold, wait, now rose up a new king of over Egypt, which knew not Joseph.
Yeah.
And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of Israel are more and mightier than we.
Are more and mightier. In 75 years, they became more and mightier than them. So if we've been here for 400 years, and they don't even like fucking,
Yeah, right.
it's more of us.
Yeah.
It's more of us. Like when I'm in the city,
And that was during a time when men were allowed to have multiple women. So men were allowed to have multiple women. So he could have got a woman pregnant every day of the week.
And, and was that you that just shared something about the abortions of the Israelite women?
Yeah.
And since what, 1970, was it 1970 something? It was since 1970, Israelite women killed about 20, estimated more or less about 20 million babies.
yeah,
The wiles of the devil.
And we still
more of us.
and there's still more of us. And even though the Israelite woman is killing the Israelite babies, there's still more of us. So imagine if they didn't kill all those babies, that'd be millions of more of
That's
us.
a racist word, man. The minority, that's a racist word.
Yeah.
You gotta start calling them out on that. Hey, that's racist, man.
Right.
No fucking minority. You the minority. I mean, yeah, they the minority.
Right. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it comes to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
Yeah, but they got us so dumbed down right now. They go, oh yeah, you just 8%. It's just 13%. They saw me some low ass percent when all you see is Jake wherever you go.
All over the place. And Jake is the ones that keep this country going. Jake
They're
is
doing the blue collar jobs, man.
Jake spending money. Jake working. Jake doing the blue collar jobs. Jake is keeping the entertainment alive. You know? Jake is keeping the police having a job. having a job. You know, like Jake keeping the clubs alive.
Damn near half the car mechanics out there are Latinos. You know?
When you look at sports, NBA, NFL, boxing.
Yeah, we say what you got to say. We got wrapped up.
NFL, NBA, MMA, boxing, it's all Israel. All filled with Israelites.
Alright, brothers, we got head out. But I want all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh.
How Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kakwadash.
We give double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone who taught us this truth. All right, we want to give a sincere shalom to the elect out there. Teach us truth in all honesty and sincerity. You know, keep pushing, keep learning, keep growing. You know, keep bettering ourselves as servants of the Lord. All right, so till next time, shalom.